Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Leos for the month of July. We're going to go over the transits weekly. We're going to go over intuitive messages and then channeled messages, okay? So what you guys are looking at is the energy you guys will be feeling walking into the month of July, and then we're going to update the transits as we get to it. All right, so with that being said, July 2nd, it says Neptune's retrograde in Pisces. So for you guys, this is going to be, wow. Okay, I'm really doing good so far. All right, in your 8th house. Sorry, so we got okay. So we got Saturn and Neptune. All right, how do I think this is going to be affecting you guys? Me personally, I think with retrogrades, no matter what, even though it's not a Mercury retrograde, things will be slowed down. So therefore, it's like your intuition will be on point. I remember like channeling this message, like why when I'm not channeling, do I get things wrong sometimes? Like, why do I feel like my intuition can be off? Why don't I know everything all the time? Like, and I feel like the answer is so like straightforward. It's not supposed to be that way. But when I'm channeling, I get answers, right? Well, like, how does this work? And the answer I was getting is because my channeled messages come through slowly. So therefore, it's like I'm able to take my time. I'm able to better understand them. Whereas like when I'm functioning in life, like going through whatever it is, I may be moving too fast. Therefore, it's like I'm not really listening to that inner guidance, or maybe I'm just not paying attention. So it's like Neptune's getting all messed up. But when it's in retrograde, I feel like things are slowing down with your intuition, and it's actually a better thing. I always think of the fog, clouds, not being able to see things clearly. But with a retrograde, I feel like you can be able to see a little bit more clearly. Not 100%, but definitely a lot better. Which is good because it's happening in your 8th house, your internal world. So I feel like you guys will be really, really intuitive. July 2nd, that same day, we have Mercury in Cancer in your 12th house, and it's trining Neptune in Pisces. So trines are blessings. These are considered to be easy energies. This is either an energy that's given to you, or it's just something that comes very easily to you that you don't even realize it. So sometimes this can be one of those things where we have blessings in our lives, and we kind of take it, oh wow, I can't think right now. We take advantage of it. So yeah, so with this, I'm going to say with Mercury in Cancer, trining Neptune in Pisces, and it's your 12th and your 8th house. Your intuition, because, okay, so you guys may be getting 1000% dreams, like very clear visual dreams from spirit. You guys may even hear things in your dreams. I feel like you guys would remember these things as well. I feel like these would be talking about your past lives. What else? I think also, just in general, you would be able to be in touch with other people's feelings. Like you would really be able to connect on a higher level, like definitely see through people's words during this time. And it wouldn't be one of those like questionable intuitive hits. It would be coming through really smooth, and you would just trust it. I'm thinking if I want to add on anything to that. I just feel like with these two houses talking to each other, there's a chance for some of you that you may be seeing like spirits at this time. And if you're not seeing them, then I think you may be hearing them or getting very clear like visual signs, synchronicities, definitely your dreams for sure. All right, July 2nd, that same day, Mercury enters Leo. Okay, so Mercury will be leaving your 12th house, and it will be entering. Hold on one second. I want to go back to this. The Mercury trining Neptune. You guys could, no, we'll see if that comes back up, then I'll mention it. Okay, so Mercury and Leo, how will this be manifesting for you guys? So I think your thoughts will be more so on yourself during this time, which isn't a bad thing. There will be more of a focus, a hyper focus on the self, maybe the body, maybe like getting in shape during this time. Your thoughts, I feel like, would be more about what can you do to make yourself not necessarily stand out, but just things that make you feel better about yourself that you can do, like add accessories to an outfit, you know, like have your clothes matching all the colors. You know, I feel like Leos, they always go all out. Like they very much care how they look, how they appear. And I'm saying this because it's happening in your first house. There's a chance you guys would be possibly talking more about yourselves during this time, or talking about the things you guys want to do, like fifth house related. Maybe there's like passion projects you're thinking about, like creative projects, artistic things. You guys could be potentially talking about children during this time, or maybe having children. Yeah. Okay. July 2nd, that same day, Venus in Cancer in your 12th house is trining Saturn in Pisces in your 8th house. So again, I feel like we got another psychic, intuitive type of transit going on, because it's the 12th and the 8th house talking to each other. I think Venus in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces already have something very like psychic and intuitive going on. But with Venus and Saturn talking to each other, I feel like something is happening that is more serious when it comes to a commitment of some sort. I feel like you guys, and whatever this energy is, it's either being like gifted to you, or it's something that's just, it's either a really, honestly, I don't want to say it's like just an easy energy. I mean, it is, because it's a trine, but because Saturn's involved, I want to say there's some type of work here. I really do. I mean, yeah, maybe it manifests for some of you where it's just like working more on your internal emotions and trying to understand your mind on a deeper level may be easier to commit to on this type of day. But if you think about that type of action, like it's work nonetheless, right? Because you have to think. And it's about psychology. So it's like, it's not so easy when it's more so about yourself. So, I just don't see it being that like easy. That's all. But there's something going on here about stability. There may be like a nice, easy flowing energy when it comes to feeling internally like stable. I feel like you guys are definitely manifesting some type of peace on an emotional level on this day. There may be some type of investment, I'm trying to think, with you and other people on this day. I think that is something that is possible with Venus in the 12th house in Cancer and this trining Saturn. Actually, now that I look at it as well, yeah, I think this also could potentially be a relationship. This could be something happening where it's like you guys aren't public about it. This could be a private relationship, because when I think of Cancer, traditionally it belongs in the 4th house, and the 4th house is the house of privacy, right? But so is the 8th house, and you guys technically have the traditional 8th house Scorpio in that 4th house. So there's definitely something private going on when it comes to Venus, which is either love, money, it could be something creative going on, but I feel like it's a secret, or it's being invested into something or someone privately. It's not really being shared. And like time is being invested with it because Saturn's the lord of time. So yeah, that's another thing too. Where's Pluto? In the 7th house. Yeah. So I think for some of you, it's going to be relationships, like romantic relationships that involve commitment. And then I think for some of you, it's going to be talking about business partnerships, collaborating with some type of investment. Where's Uranus? In the 10th house. Yeah, definitely. It could literally be either one, I feel like, because we're talking about with the 10th house, how you guys appear, what's your legacy. Well, that can manifest with either like, you know, the beginning of marriage or the beginning of a serious relationship or the beginning of a career. Okay. What else? July 3rd, stop. No, down. July 3rd, we have Mercury in Leo in your 1st house, and it's in opposition to Pluto in Aquarius in the 7th house. So I feel like this is a power struggle between you guys and other people. So it's either, I feel like it could be legal contracts with whatever this is about for some of you. I think some of you are definitely doing some type of investment privately. You know, it's either legal contracts are involved, because I think of Mercury with contracts as well, or it's just something that's very similar to like a committed, serious relationships. You know, I also think of astrology, like I look at it from like a spiritual perspective as well. So this could be like, it could be karmic contracts if you want to think of it that way, but there's opposition here. So oppositions work well when they work together, okay? So I see power struggles with this because the Mercury is thoughts, communication, and Pluto is power. Pluto is, I mean, it's many things, but one way of looking at it, I feel like, can be, I personally, I know it's not really referred to like this, but a boss, like a leader, a powerful leader, someone who is magnetic, you know, who has that type of power over people. And as long as it's manifested in a positive way, it can be very good. But when it's in opposition to Mercury, this is more about like trying to control one's thoughts. And it could be because you and other people, like somebody is thinking about what they want and somebody else is thinking about what other people want. So there's a huge difference. So it's like you guys would have to meet halfway. Yeah, I feel like whatever this is about, this power struggle. Oh wait, this is crooked. Sorry. Wait, this whole thing is crooked. It's bothering me now. Oh, whatever. I can only try. So whatever this power struggle is about, I feel like it connects to home for some reason. Now, whether it's investments, in property with far distance, that's considered to be far distance. The opposition energy of trying, like having a difference of opinion and thoughts could stem from home, like how you guys were raised. I'm getting that because your Cancer's in your 12th house, right? And you guys have Scorpio there instead, like in the 4th house. So the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. And the original ruler is Mars. So the original ruler still holds true. So there's something happening here regarding like how you guys were raised in your home life that's talking to your 10th and your 7th house. So your career, your legacy, how you appear is being affected with your business partnerships or, you know, romantic relationships, or how you guys look at commitment. There's something here that's stemming from home currently. Because obviously that's everyone, right? Well, yeah, whatever. Let's see. July 5th, Mars in Taurus is in your 10th house. And it's sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So Mars sextiling Saturn. So a sextile is an energy that you have to put work into, okay? But if you put some type of energy into this, if you do something, you're more than likely going to get good results. Like, it doesn't require much, but you got to do something. If you don't do something, you're going to get nothing. That's what a sextile is, okay? So when I think of Mars, I think of action, I think of passion, I think of the willpower, I think of go-getter energy. Yes, I also think of arguments, competition. I think of the child as well. And with Saturn, I think of the father. I think of having boundaries. I think of time. I think of restrictions, okay? So it's almost as if like there's something internally that wants to manifest and unfold externally. And it's like you guys have the gusto, the energy to make this happen physically. So with that being said, I feel like it has something to do with, excuse me, going after, I want to say going after your dreams, definitely. It's something, it's definitely going after your dreams, but it connects back to making money. It does. At least this is how I'm seeing it, and being driven towards this. I do think that because Mars is in Taurus and Mars isn't its best in Taurus, I do feel like it would require more action than maybe another Mars transit, just because Mars and Taurus, like Taurus energy wants to be comfortable. It doesn't want to like move around so much. So since it's a sextile, it's like, it's up to you. Are you going to do this? You know, it may just stay stagnant. It may just stay in your mind, the thought like, yeah, I really should do this, especially because it's Pisces and it's in your 8th house. Okay, so July 5th, we have the new moon in your 12th house. Okay, that's cool. So something new is unfolding when it comes to 12th house things. So something, I feel like, I feel like either something hidden will reveal itself or something new will unfold here when it comes to some type of investment that you guys are involved in, whether it's property, whether it's business, whether it's a romantic relationship. I feel like there's something going on. For some of you, it definitely could be like, it's definitely going to be a very intuitive time for some of you with this like 12th house stellium going on in Cancer. I feel like you guys are going to be getting a lot of dreams, and yeah, with Venus and the sun and then the new moon. So what can you guys expect with that? Yeah, I'm just going to stick with what I said. I feel like it's either property, home, or romance. Something to do, or it could be like your emotions revealing itself, something of that nature. July 8th, we have Venus in Cancer, and it's sextiling Uranus and Taurus. So Venus in Cancer in your 12th house is sextiling Uranus and Taurus. I feel like I said that weird before. In the 10th. So Venus in the 12th is talking to Uranus in the 10th. So the 10th house keeps coming up for you guys. There's something about like not wanting something to be visual, or something isn't ready to be seen. The reason I'm saying that is because the 12th house is a hidden house. So yeah, but when Venus and Uranus are talking to each other, it's either something suddenly happening that you didn't expect when it comes to money or love. And I feel like it could go either way. It could either be an argument, it could be some type of disruption, or it could be like finding love out of nowhere. And I find this interesting because the new moon is going to be here. And then all of a sudden, Venus sextiles Uranus. So it definitely connects with this new moon. So wait a minute. Now I need to know something. What degree is this new moon? Okay. Oceana, please go. Thank you. I want to see something. New moon in Cancer, 2024 degrees. 2 seconds. No. Hold on 1 second. All right, here it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Like I said, so 14 degrees. So I believe in, oh, sorry, you guys probably can't see that. This is supposed to be 14 degrees. So I believe in the degree theory. So the 14 degrees is talking about Taurus energy, but it's also, to me, like, I like to break it down a little bit further. It's talking about the second house. So I'm going to look at Taurus. This is talking about your 10th house. What is this new moon going to be manifesting about? Definitely going to be manifesting about 12th house things, Cancer related things, but it's going to connect back to how you guys appear and what it is you guys value. And I feel like you guys are going to be more in touch with this because Mercury rules Virgo. And it's more analytical. So you guys may be able to see your emotions more clearly because there's something here about your emotions being more hidden when it's in the 12th house, or having difficulty with either expressing them or having access to them, right? So I would say that there's something new in regards to what it is you guys value. And I feel like it's just going to come out of nowhere. And because the sun and Venus are in the 12th house, I feel like it's going to be something very divine, you know, like a spiritual guided type of message is what you guys are going to be getting. Like, what really connects to you guys? What really connects to your emotions and makes you feel at home? What nurtures your soul? Something to that nature. Because this is transforming at this time with Pluto being in your 7th house, right? Because Venus rules traditionally the 2nd and the 7th house. So what do you guys value? Right now, it's in the process of changing. All right, July 8th, that same day, Mercury in Leo will be sextiling Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, I love this energy, but it's a little bit of like pump the brakes because it's a little too confident. Yeah, definitely, because Mercury in Leo, it's like you may already be a little bit more. So Leo energy is fixed. It is stubborn. Sorry guys, listen, you know how you guys can be, okay? And if you don't resonate with that, then there's something different going on in your chart, very different. But it's like once your mind is made up, your mind is made up. That's usually a fixed sign for you. It's, you know, whatever, it's how it goes. But it's getting along with Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter in Gemini is a gaslighting energy. It gaslights itself. It gaslights its own mind because what rules Gemini? Mercury. So think about it this way, like whatever Jupiter touches, it expands upon. So let's say Jupiter and Mercury are conjunct. If they're sitting next to each other, it's like Jupiter is vibing with your mind, your thoughts. And it's like, so if your thoughts are already on yourself, or you're like already confident, because I think of Mercury and Leo as being confident, then it's like Jupiter's kind of blowing this up, like blowing up your own thoughts, your own mind. Okay, like you guys are your biggest fan. Except there's something here going on with the 11th house. So it's like you guys and your 11th house will be talking to each other in a positive way. So I think like whatever this confident energy is about, it's working well with either like the people you're social networking with. Like confidence is serving you well. Maybe it's with business deals. Maybe it's with, maybe it's on the internet, because that could be the 11th house as well. Maybe it has to do with, you know, the people that you guys, you know, get money from as well. Maybe it has to do with your deepest dreams and desires, typical 11th house things. But it's like if you actually put in energy and time into this type of topic, there's something about like meeting the right type of people, getting in touch with the right type of people, getting the right information to have the right people for the right things, something like that. You guys may be, okay. You guys at this time may be feeling like very much into yourselves, like, and liking the things, like your own thoughts, and want to share this on the internet, okay? Because Jupiter and Gemini, like I said, it gaslights itself. Like it legitimately loves its own ideas, like trust me. So you guys really may like your own ideas and want to share this with the collective. You may want to teach people on the internet, whatever it is you know, or you just want to share things. It's like you want to have fun. Leo energy, Gemini energy, you want to have fun and you want to express yourself. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. July 10th, Sun in Cancer in your 12th house is trining Saturn and Pisces. So there's something here you guys will be able to visibly see easily. And it has to do with work, like the work either you've been putting into yourself, or the work that maybe others have been like investing in you, or there's just some type of energy that comes easily to you guys on this day when it comes to being able to do work. So if you guys are low on energy, I feel like on this day, you guys will like, it's like tons of vitamin C, you know, like I don't know how else to say it, but it's like feeling disciplined, and it doesn't feel like discipline. And this is your 12th and your 8th house. So I feel like, what's the word I want to use? Like, it's basically you have the energy to keep moving, keep going. So if anything negative were to happen on this day, it's like you'd be fine. You would go back to this transit energy, I feel like. What else? There's something about expression with the emotions that are normally hidden, and this also being readily accessible when it comes to being able to have like boundaries in place. So it's like, for those of you that have difficulty with like expression or your emotions, it's like Saturn would be helping you out. Like the boundaries would be coming in naturally, and it would be working in your favor. You would be able to express yourself in a way that would be beneficial to you and others. And it would make you feel good, like it would make you feel happy. That's what I'm getting with the Sun and the trine. July 11th, Venus in Cancer in your 12th house is trining Neptune in Pisces. So I look at this as a very dreamy-like energy. I look at this as, I almost like want to say be careful if it's like romance for some of you, or even investing money into things that like you're not sure about 100%. And the reason I'm saying this is because again, it's like they're both water energies and they're both in the 12th and the 8th house. It's just, and it's Venus and Neptune, which makes it like the highest type of spiritual love there is, like unconditional love. So therefore, if it's being aspected like in a positive way, you may be seeing things too positive. But they're also happening in very intuitive houses, very psychic houses. So it makes me think that if you were to experience this energy, it's like you're in touch with something that is actually really happening. It's not just like la la land. Later that day, Venus enters Leo. Yeah, so I feel like because later that day Venus enters Leo, it means Venus is in 29 degrees, which is karmic. So yeah, I feel like it would be some type of test with the Venus trining Neptune. You know, like, is it real? Is it not? I feel like because it's a trine, it's a blessing. I do think it would be something you could trust is what I'm getting. All right, so now we have Venus in your first house in Leo. I feel like this would manifest again, like I'm getting confidence, I'm getting self-love. I feel like you guys may be spending money on yourselves. You may be spending money on traveling at this point. Hold on. Yeah, I just feel like spending money on traveling, spending money on yourselves, spending money on... I just feel like you guys would be communicating through, well, I feel like this is a given. I mean, who doesn't do this? Communicating through technology. I'm just getting a feel-good energy. I don't know. I feel like childlike expression would also be easy for you guys during this time. And because it's Venus in Leo in the first house, I feel like this would be magnetic energy, because usually Venus in Aries is magnetic energy, and this is traditionally the house of Aries. So with that being said, I feel like this would take on some type of magnetism. So I feel like you guys would be very popular this month. Like you guys would be maybe traveling for dating, going places. Like, oh, there we go. Communicating like on the phone, like maybe dating apps. I don't know. Okay, July 12th, Venus in Leo is in opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, so that's like a power struggle. That is trying to, you know, like dominate other people, trying to control other people. And again, it comes through as like the differences, like the opposition energy is like what is best for the group, like, and other people, more than one person besides yourself. But you guys may be thinking, I do know what's best for us, but really it may be more like it may not be. And I could be wrong, but I'm just saying with Mercury and Venus here in your first house and in Leo, I'm thinking there is a possibility. But then again, with Pluto being in the 7th in Aquarius, I think that there's some type of shakeup happening. You guys could be also like, okay, so here's like the other side to Pluto being in your 7th house. There could be a shakeup with meeting people who are trying to control you guys, who are not like the higher octave of Pluto. They are the manipulative, the shadowy side to Pluto energy, okay? So this opposition energy, I mean, it could literally manifest either way. It's either you guys are on to something, or maybe other people that you guys collaborate with, whether it's business or romantically, are onto something. I would say just keep an open mind with this Pluto opposition Mercury and Venus when these transits are going on, and don't try to give in to, like, don't give in to the whole controlling game or dominance. Like, just do you if you don't have to do a partnership. you know. But if you do have to do a partnership, then I think obviously you have to keep an open mind, and thinking you know best is not going to work, because that never works in any type of collaboration. It just doesn't. People have to meet halfway. July 15th, we have Mars in Taurus in your 10th house, and it's conjunct Uranus in Taurus in your 10th house. So I personally don't like these two energies when they meet up. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not into like astrology where it's like, watch out for this day and be scared. No, but I do think it's important to state like the dates that clearly show maybe you should be a little bit watchful, you know, because the potential for something to happen, you know, is there. And we've seen this through history with this specific transit, you know, something I do believe that's important. I also think it's a nice benefit with astrology talking about positive transits, so you can use that to your advantage. There's nothing wrong with that. So I don't like when Mars and Uranus are talking to each other, because they're two fast-moving energies, and when you move too fast, that's when you get hurt, right? You may bump into things. People act some kind of way out of nowhere, I feel like, with this energy. It could be positive, like with Mars being ambitious and confident. You guys may be feeling extremely like energized and feeling like connected to spirit when it comes to Uranus, because Uranus can be looked at as downloads, intuition, intuitive hits, and you guys may want to act on that because they're conjunct. They're not like, it's not a negative aspect, but you also have these two planets that are sitting next to each other that kind of like can be loud. So I would say that it's going to be some type of shakeup of some sort when it comes to your 10th house. So either you guys can possibly expect people behaving some type of way at work on this day. You can possibly expect the unexpected when it comes to work, like people really trying to control you, or just plans changing, okay? And just like, and I wouldn't take anything personal on this day. Where is, okay, so Mars, the ruler of Aries, is in your 9th house, and Uranus, yeah, the 7th house. So I would say with traveling, also like just be careful when driving, because I feel like with other people on the road as well, people may be driving faster than normal, because that's just how transits work. It just affects us. All right, July 18th, Sun in Cancer in the 12th house is sextiling Uranus and Taurus in the 10th house. So to me, the way I interpret this energy is almost like a lightning bolt, because it is the Sun and Uranus. Now, usually these two energies don't really, I don't want to say they don't work well together. They're just, these are loud energies too, because the Sun rules Leo and Uranus rules Aquarius. And Aquarius and Leo, I feel like they're very similar but very different, because they both want to be seen, but they want to be seen for different things, if you really think about it. So, but they're getting along, these two planets, okay? So it's like, if you put in some type of work when it comes to your mind and your thoughts regarding your career or how you appear, your legacy, building upon something, I feel like you guys can really get in touch with intuitive messages or spirit, just some type of eureka moment when it comes to getting clear insight on something very smart. Because I'm getting like intelligence here. That's what I'm getting. Another way this could manifest is being possibly too loud at work out of nowhere. I think that could possibly be it too. So yeah, just be smart about that one, I guess. Let's see. July 20th, we have Mars in Taurus in your 10th house, and it's sextiling Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house. So I personally like these two energies. It's a little different, but one of my friends, like in our synastry, her Mars and my Neptune, they're conjunct. So like anytime I'm with her, I feel very motivated to actually like act on the things I know I should be doing to like get closer to my dreams. I know this, like, that's just one way that that energy can manifest. There's many ways it can manifest, but I personally like it. So I feel like with the 8th and the 10th house talking, if you guys put in some type of energy or work towards something you guys have an intuitive idea about when it comes to your career, or how you want to appear to the world, I really think you guys can do this. Like, there's something here that drives you. And I think it's definitely possible that you can achieve this, whatever this is around this time frame. That same day, Mars is leaving your 10th house in Taurus, and it's entering your 11th house in Gemini. Whoa, 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 whoa. So what can you expect with this beautiful energy? So people talk a lot of shit about this energy, but honestly, I don't know. I just, I think like out of all the signs, like for Mars to be in, it's in a mutable sign. Okay, mutable signs are chill. I don't know about you guys. I like mutable signs. So that's number one. Okay, you guys are going to be feeling more like open to other people's ideas when it comes to what do you guys want to do, like with your group of friends. You'll be feeling more open to collaborating with other people. Like you'll be feeling ambitious when it comes to learning. Okay, that's and the negative side to Mars and Gemini is running your mouth. That is really it. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so these are your thoughts and your communication style. So this energy literally like cuts with its words. It is deep, and it will just go there. It will go to the places that most people won't go to. So you guys may potentially fight with groups of friends. You guys may potentially argue with people on the internet. Maybe people you socialize with in regards to, what was I trying to say? People that you're trying to social network with. Something could potentially go rogue. You may say something inappropriate, because Gemini energy can be inappropriate, and it usually says a lot of childlike things at the wrong time, and it doesn't vibe with a lot of people. But another thing is, like, wherever Gemini is, it has something to do with people closest to you. So I do believe that, yeah, there could be something potentially going on. Excuse me, sorry. When it comes to, hold on one second. When it comes to fighting, or I feel like the positive side to it as well is feeling ambitious enough with this Aries energy, because Mars rules Aries and it's in your 9th house. Traditionally it rules Scorpio, so original rulers still hold true. So this energy is connecting to your 9th and your 4th house. So there's something here about expanding your mind, learning, potentially traveling, right? And Jupiter is the original ruler of the 9th house. Where do you guys have Sagittarius? In your 5th house. So yeah, I think even for some of you, this could be talking about like, maybe you guys are doing something, being driven to expand upon something when it comes to healing something you guys want to do with your, like, I want to say like inner child, like expression, because you guys have Sagittarius in your 5th house. And Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, is in your 11th house. So I feel like there's probably something you guys want to express on the internet. And it could be in the form of maybe words or teaching. And it's like this would heal your Chiron. This would heal whatever wound you guys are having that is maybe lowering your confidence in some type of way. But you guys are driven right now towards either traveling, and this could have to do with expanding on land, investing in land, I'm not too sure. But you guys are definitely driven with either like educating yourselves at this time, especially with Jupiter entering Gemini, or maybe even teaching. All right, so then July 21st, there's a full moon in Capricorn, and this is your 6th house. So what does this mean? So something's going to be illuminated for you guys when it comes to your daily regimen, how you guys take care of yourself. I also consider this the house of healing as well. Definitely consider it the place of work and also the place of enemies, like open enemies. So with full moons, I do not believe everything is illuminated. I do think it's partially illuminated, but just think about the full moon in general. Are you actually seeing the moon, or are you seeing the reflection of it? It's really not the real deal, right? But it's not, you're still seeing something, right? So my point is that yes, do I think something will be illuminated? Yes, but not the full thing. So whatever is going to be illuminated, it's going to connect with your 8th house and your 10th house, as well as the 6th, because the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. So there may be something going on behind your back. There may be going on something internally, because again, 6th house is how you guys take care of yourselves. So something may be illuminated when it comes to you guys maybe working too hard. And now it's like you need to rest. You need to just like take care of yourself. The 6th house is open enemies. Something may be illuminated when it comes to knowing that something's going on behind your back, possibly at work. And it's like your spidey senses have been telling you this, and you're seeing something in action, and it could happen randomly with this Uranus in the 10th house. So yeah. What else did I want to say with that one? No, that's it. Okay. July 21st, we have Venus in Leo in your 1st house, and it's sextiling Jupiter in Gemini. So I think something's happening again with like being very confident with yourself. And people, I think, are into it, honestly. Like I said, I think you guys will be very magnetic in the month of July. I mean, you guys are Leos, so I mean, or you know, maybe strong Leo placements, I don't know. But I think that you guys will be either on the internet and traveling, and dating other people, or it's like you guys are social. Why am I having so much trouble saying this? Social networking. You guys could be making money this way. You guys could be making your dreams come true when it comes to investments and making more money. That could be another thing with Jupiter in the 11th house. I feel like that could be a positive thing. So usually they say Jupiter in Gemini is like in detriment. And I think my strong opinion on that is because of the fact that you're not truly like gaining. It's not like with Gemini, it's like you're getting money with this. I mean, yeah, maybe in the 8th house, there's potential there, but it's more like you're gaining words, like you're hearing something, you're learning something. But the thing is that no matter what, Jupiter is blessings, and with blessings comes luck and abundance. So it's like you gain knowledge and information through hard work and doing it yourself, or possibly collaborating, because Gemini energy, you then gain the abundance. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. It's also considered to be debilitated, because when Jupiter's in Gemini, it's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. It's like Jupiter conjunct Mercury. It expands. It makes your mind go wild. Like your thoughts are like endless. And it's like you have a hard time finishing things, because you constantly have another thought and another thought and another thought. And then before you know it, you've got like 300 tabs open on your phone. And that's Jupiter and Gemini. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? Like, what are you actually going to physically do? Is it all going to stay in your mind? You see, that's Eight of Swords in tarot, like creating mental conflict. So yeah. So I think with Venus talking to Jupiter in a positive way, but requires action, it's like, just be careful, because you don't want to go too big when it comes to like maybe gaslighting other people. If this is something you may not be able to commit to, but it's just something you're feeling in the moment. Because I'm kind of getting party energy, if I'm being honest, with Jupiter and Venus in the houses it's in. It's in the 1st and the 11th house. So these two energies get along, they vibe well, but I'm not really seeing like a commitment type of energy. And 11th house can talk about like your dreams, desires, and how you make money. So I don't know. I just feel like don't move too fast, because Venus and Jupiter can move too fast with these energies, with Leo and Gemini. So yeah. July 21st. Okay, that same day, Mercury and Leo in your 1st house is going to be squaring Uranus in your 10th in Taurus. Okay, so a square is a block. It's a holdup. There's some type of karmic lesson. And it has to do with some type of disruption, like something unexpected when it comes to either traveling or a contract, or communicating about 10th house things. And something gets put on hold, I feel like, during this time. Or you guys have trouble, I feel like, either communicating an idea when it comes to your career. Like maybe it's a meeting, maybe it's something like you had planned to do, and now all of a sudden you're having issues with like creating an actual plan to execute with whatever this could be. But this is just, to me, it screams like difficulty seeing either a thought through and not being able to think clearly, or plans just being disrupted out of nowhere, and it makes you uncomfortable because it's happening in fixed signs. So it's like, it's just stubborn energy, and then all of a sudden plans are canceled. It could be a fight too, I think. Yeah, with Mercury squaring Uranus, out of nowhere there could be an argument. So that same day, July 21st, Sun in Cancer in your 12th house is trining Neptune in Pisces in the 8th. So Sun and Neptune talking to each other in a positive way, definitely extremely 100% intuitive, in touch with spirit, and understanding people and the things that are going on behind your back, or internally, just things that are going on with other people, whether they're talking about it or not. It's like you're just going to be getting clear insight. That same day, July 21st, Mars in Gemini in your 11th house will be trining Pluto in Aquarius in your 7th house. So there's something very positive happening when it comes to your 11th house and your 7th house. And I'm getting leadership energy. So I don't see how this could be a romantic relationship. I see this more as confidence, and then it's like turning into because it's a positive energy, it's not that you're taking control, like in a negative way, but you're just like, you're controlling a room. You have the room's attention and it's manifesting in a positive way. Like people are listening to what you have to say. There's some type of leadership ability here. And at the same time, I want to say there's something intuitive going on with you guys being able to understand other people with Mars and Pluto. I feel like most people don't talk about this with Mars energy. Like it's always about the god of war with Mars. It's kind of annoying. Like it is intuitive energy as well. So yeah, I think you guys will be intuitive with understanding the collective and understanding people closest to you. People may be looking at you guys at this time as a guide, especially with Jupiter in the 11th house. Let's see. July 22nd, Sun enters Leo. Okay, so your Sun is leaving your 12th house, it's entering your first house. You're going to feel alive. You may have felt like a little bit of like a drain of your energy, I feel like, in the beginning of July. Honestly, there was so much positive energy that maybe not. But the Sun, when it's in the 12th, usually it's like you feel a loss of energy. But once it enters your first house, in the house of your body, especially Leo, like where it belongs, I feel like you guys will really like just be feeling really good. Okay, so later that day, Sun in Leo is in opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. No, we don't do that. So we are going to be ignoring that energy. That's what I would tell you guys, unless you're going to be, seeing things from a higher perspective, acting your best self, trying to be extremely evolved. I'm telling you, with all three energies opposing Pluto, it's potentially manipulative energy, whether you guys are being manipulative or unconsciously being manipulative, trying to control other people, trying to get people to see it your way, or just you guys thinking your way is the best way. Or this could be manifesting from Pluto in your 7th house as well. Other people could be thinking this way about you guys. It could be true either way, but you want to work together. You want to meet people halfway, okay? Because at the end of the day, Pluto, whatever Pluto touches, it's changing, okay? Because that's the point of Pluto. It is supposed to shape you in order to better you. It just may not feel like it. So with your mind, your thoughts, communication style, what you're investing into, what it is you feel is beautiful, what it is you value, and how you guys express yourself, there may be something internally during this time that you want to look at from another angle. Now, is that angle that is it too much all about you? Should you be thinking more about other people? Are the things that you're thinking about, if it's not 100% all about you guys, like what are you guys investing your time in? And does this need to change? What could potentially be shadowy about this? I feel like it does connect to work or investments with other people. And then for some of you, relationships, of course. Okay, July 25th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 2nd house. So how is this going to unfold? How is this going to manifest? Your thoughts, communication style will be on 2nd house things. What do you guys value? What do you guys own? How do you guys make your money? So I think you guys will be very like picky during this time. You know, very, you guys may be a little bit on edge because you're overthinking it. Yeah, I would just say your thoughts are really going to be on your wallet during this time. And you may be watching every single penny that you put into whatever. You also may be investing into things that are healthier for you, a healthier lifestyle. Your thoughts may be on, you know, how do you get better? Like mentally better. How do you do better? Typical Virgo things. Virgo always wants to do better. It sees like all your flaws, but like maybe these are things we need to work on, you know? I don't know. July 25th, Sun in Leo in the first house is sextiling Mars in Gemini in the 11th house. So when Sun and Mars are talking to each other, these are two masculine energies. There's an energy about self-expression, and then there's an energy about being driven. So there's something very positive with the potential to be positive if you guys work towards this. I feel like you guys can shine when it comes to a group of people, whether it's, like I said, social networking, your group of friends, the internet. I feel like you guys will just shine, and I think it's just a really good time to really put yourselves out there for something. July 26, Chiron goes retrograde in Aries in your 9th house. Okay, so Chiron going retrograde. How do I think this is going to affect you guys? I think your thoughts, like, when it comes to typical 9th house things, with spirituality, a higher education system, philosophy, traveling, all of that stuff, it's going to be typical retrograde. Slowing down, going within, questioning what you thought you already knew. That is how I believe it's going to manifest. Maybe because it's in Aries, potentially you guys will feel this physically. I don't believe so, though. I think there will be like a revisiting of some sort when it comes to what you guys feel is your pain when it comes to 9th house topics. Like, what brought you to this, you know, reckoning, or whatever the 9th house topic is for you guys. Okay. What is the issue here, or what did you guys believe was the issue? And is it even an issue? It could have to do with childhood because it's in Aries. And again, because it's in retrograde, that's why I'm saying, like, we're going back. Revisiting something. So something may come up, something may spark up this topic, and it may bring you back to a place of deeper healing or better understanding. For some of you, if it's about going back to school, that could be a thing as well. Because the North Node is in Aries, so you guys may be driven to, I don't know, get some type of degree. And you guys may be revisiting this because you guys would feel more confident. So that's just one way it could manifest potentially. All right, so let's see. I want to make sure I went over everything with you guys. So let's start with what I didn't talk about. So the South Node being in Libra in your 3rd house. So the South Node talks about what you guys have experience in. So you guys have experience in communication with people in a Libra type of way, right? So during this time, you guys may be more inclined to act Aries when it comes this way, because you guys, with the transit being with South Node, it's like there's this energy or this pulling you away from acting Libra with typical 3rd house things. And you would act more, you know, like the positive way would be where your opinion doesn't make it so. A true leader would be the evolved version of Aries. And like, who do you think of as a true leader? You don't think of a dominating person, right? Where they say their opinion and that's it. That's an unevolved Aries energy. But that would make sense that a lot of us are feeling that North Node in Aries right now, because we are still, I I want to say still in the beginning phases of this energy. So it is the head of the dragon, and the head of the dragon, the North Node, goes after this type of energy very fast. It consumes everything. And because it's in Aries, it would do it in a selfish type of way. And that's the lesson with all these zodiac signs, right? Is to balance it, is to go back to what you know, South Node, Libra. So there is some type of delicate dance that needs to be learned along the way for you guys. But I think you definitely need to get out of the Libra in the 3rd house and dip into that North Node in Aries in the 9th house, and definitely step into that. And then and that North Node in Aries, like I was just saying, I feel like could be talking about traveling. It could be talking about spirituality. It could be talking about typical Sagittarius-like things, because it technically belongs to Sagittarius, right? But you guys have it in Aries. So this would be talking about, you know, I feel like how you experience 9th house things as a child, and how that kind of stayed with you guys. So your 4th house is in Scorpio, and you have Pallas Athena in retrograde. Oh, I feel like I forgot to mention this. This definitely goes direct. Sorry about that. So Pallas Athena is a strategy. So whatever your mind and your thoughts will be on in the month of July, like whatever your goal is, always look to Pallas Athena, and this will help take you there. So since you guys have this in your 4th house and it's in Scorpio, it's extremely intuitive. It's extremely, I want to say, psychic. I want to say it's emotionally in tune. Okay. So the strategy here may be with whatever's, you know, whatever this is that's happening for you guys, because you guys all have a different story. I would say the strategy is getting other people to invest with you when it comes to property, or how to get property near maybe the water, I want to say. How to maybe do things privately, or share resources, or get resources privately when it comes to property. I keep getting property being connected to this. Or it could be feminine energy. It could be getting in touch with your intuition. It could be moving during this time. I'm really not getting a moving energy. Honestly, I don't really see that so much as a transit. But there's something here for some of you unfolding with investing and property for sure. The strategy here is becoming more powerful through other people. And it connects to technology as well, the internet. I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer, but okay. Pluto being in Aquarius in your 7th house, things are transforming when it comes to possibly legal contracts or business partnerships, potential business partnerships, relationships. I feel like this would connect back to your 4th house, since this is just the beginning for you guys, because I think Pluto's only in 1 degree. So if it isn't, yeah, it's in 1 degree. It's in 1 degree, right? Yeah, it's in 1 degree. So I feel like you guys would still be more about, like, yeah, you guys must be feeling the energy of recognizing things are changing in this house, but you would still be more about yourself during this time because of that 1 degree. That's just my opinion. But it's going to affect that 4th house at some point, because Pluto rules Scorpio. And right now there's some type of connection already hitting you guys in regards to investments here that will help you along the way. 8th house and Pisces, we got Saturn and Neptune. You guys will definitely be in touch with your intuition this month. There's something about manifesting the internal into external. Let's see, 10th house in Taurus, you have Uranus there, so there's some type of shakeup. You guys already have been dealing with that in regards to your career, your legacy, how you appear. There's been some type of change there. Or it's like it connected to your wallet, because I think of Taurus, that's where it traditionally belongs. So it's like there's definitely a shakeup of some sort when it comes to the things you guys value, how you make your money, and it connects back to relationships and your career. Gemini in your 11th house, we got Jupiter, and then later on Mars. Okay. I think you guys will just be feeling really yappy, to be honest with you guys, on the internet. Like, I feel like you guys will just want to talk. This is just what Jupiter and Gemini does. It just, you got to stop. You got to stop us. Like, honestly, otherwise we'll just keep talking. And yeah. So, since Jupiter can be looked at as a teacher, I feel like, yeah, that could be, and Gemini energy is a teacher energy. And it can also be lawyer energy. So I think for some of you, yeah, you guys could be social networking with lawyers as well, to get something done here. But yeah, I think some of you guys could be wanting to teach, talking like a teacher, potentially going back to school. Definitely for some of you with that North Node in Aries, you guys are going after your dreams and going back to school so you can get some type of career you want. Cancer in the 12th house. In the beginning of July with that stellium, you guys will definitely have these crazy dreams, have to do with past lives. I see positive things happening here for you guys in regards to traveling and investments. And if it's not real investments, then I'm thinking it's got to be investing in yourselves, like in regards to your emotions and being more open and communicating this more so. Something positive is happening here with your 12th house. Leo with Mercury, Venus, and the Sun. I see this as being super confident, but at the same time having power struggles with your 7th house energy. And like I said, it's either you or them. So I would just say come together, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. 2nd house, Virgo, Mercury enters there. Maybe you guys spent too much money in the beginning of July, and now you guys are like watching every penny. Because again, Virgo energy can be very analytical, and it's happening in your 2nd house. So it's like, where'd my money go? Okay, now we got to watch every penny. So yeah, okay, so now let's get to the channeled messages.